In your innocence and lack of knowledge about narcissism, you inadvertently entered a toxic relationship. Initially, you attributed any problems to just having bad days, thinking that your partner was going through their own struggles, perhaps playing the victim or behaving poorly. However, you couldn't see the full picture and continued to invest in the relationship. Over time, you sacrificed too much. Time, money, energy, love, empathy, social standing, finances, and even your health. All in an attempt to salvage a hopeless relationship. The narcissist sabotaged your efforts, deliberately making your life harder, while they had a different agenda altogether. This is the classic narcissistic abuse cycle. One person gives endlessly while the other takes without limits. Narcissists leave a negative impact on everything they touch. Based on my personal observations, I believe they have a fundamentally different way of thinking. They approach every situation with a distorted perspective, lack the ability to self-reflect like you do, and constantly evade responsibility for their actions. Instead of focusing on personal growth, they exploit others, drain their resources, and then coldly move on when they're no longer useful, in search of their next target. Before embarking on the journey of confronting and freeing yourself from the clutches of a narcissist, brace yourself for one of life's most challenging battles. If you've been manipulated and controlled for too long, reclaiming your autonomy will be a relentless fight, but a worthy reward awaits you. Narcissists, with their lack of empathy and fragile egos, often misunderstand and distort the needs and perspectives of others, leading to terrifying acts of emotional violence. When anger erupts, they don't hesitate to use harsh words, cold attitudes, or even calculated silent treatment to torment you, causing you far more pain than a direct confrontation would. Remember that a narcissist will never change. Once you accept this truth, you'll feel a burden lifted, and you can focus your energy on the things that truly matter in life. It's crucial to remember that narcissists often tend to escape from previous relationships, seeking fulfillment and control in their new connection with you. Once they feel they've gotten what they wanted from you, whether it's admiration, power, or dependence, they won't hesitate to move on to a new target. Narcissists lack emotional attachment, which allows them to easily discard you in favor of someone they perceive as easier to manipulate. This next target could be someone lacking the understanding or empathy you possessed, or even another toxic narcissist. They have no qualms about returning to an ex from a previous relationship, an old acquaintance, or anyone they feel they can continue to exploit and manipulate. Narcissists perpetuate a cycle of emotional abuse, a repetitive pattern with no end in sight. Within this cycle, they are the only constant. They may be aware that their psychological state is a self-created trap filled with anxiety and instability, but they have no intention of escaping it. Narcissists often shift personas, wearing different masks to fit the situation and their goals, aiming to control the emotions and behaviors of others. At times, they may recognize their own falsehood and lack of authenticity, but their craving for a sense of superiority drives them deeper into their narcissistic behavior. For instance, a narcissist might appear caring and understanding in the early stages of a relationship, making you feel trusting and reliant. But once they achieve their desired outcome, perhaps your adoration, a sense of power, or unwavering loyalty, they'll move on to someone else without a second thought. This is the never-ending cycle that narcissists create, and they'll continue to seek new supply to maintain their sense of superiority regardless of the emotional devastation they inflict on others. To deal with a narcissist, the first step is understanding that they always want everything to revolve around them. Their craving for power, attention, and control stems from an inflated yet fragile ego. If you try to flatter, overpraise, or make them feel special, it not only reinforces their ego but also makes them more unbalanced. They'll continue to spiral into self-absorption, easily denying responsibility, or blaming others when problems arise, as they constantly need to feel superior. Instead of feeding their ego with meaningless praise, maintain a calm and objective demeanor. This helps you avoid getting caught up in their manipulative games. Narcissists are often adept at recognizing who is willing to submit and exploit that to control the relationship. So, if you refuse to play by their rules, meaning you don't respond with excessive adoration or emotions, you diminish their power over you. If the insights I've shared resonate with you and you agree with my perspective, please give this video a like, so I know we're on the same page. And if you want to continue this journey of uncovering and overcoming toxic relationships with me, hit the subscribe button to stay updated on my latest videos. In previous videos, I've often emphasized that dealing with a narcissist doesn't mean seeking revenge. Revenge is not only futile but also counterproductive, trapping you in the same negative cycle they create. Instead, focus on healing and moving forward. The thought of revenge might cross your mind when dealing with a narcissist, but ultimately, it only causes more harm to you. Narcissists thrive on conflict, manipulation, and the emotional chaos they create. Engaging in their game only drags you deeper into their toxic web, where they are the master puppeteers. It's important to remember that narcissists are often not easily hurt by actions you might think would wound them. Their lack of empathy and distorted view of reality make them immune to many conventional attacks. However, there is one thing that can truly hurt them: your indifference. When you ignore a narcissist, you're cutting off the supply of attention and admiration they need to fuel their fragile ego. Initially, they may have seen you as a steady source, and your withdrawal delivers a powerful blow to their self. So the next step I want you to take is to distance yourself from them and learn to say no. Narcissists often live in a self-absorbed world, to the point where they believe they have the right to do whatever they want without considering others. They may feel entitled to invade your privacy, monitor, control, or even rummage through your personal belongings without any remorse. They often offer unsolicited advice or, worse, take credit for your accomplishments. In sensitive situations, they may pressure you to disclose personal information publicly, even in front of strangers. Notably, they have no concept of personal boundaries, and violating others' space seems natural to them. To protect yourself, you must be crystal clear about the boundaries you need to set. Saying no isn't always easy, but it's the most crucial tool you have when dealing with a narcissist. Many of us may hesitate, lacking confidence in our ability to do so. However, when you learn to say no firmly and confidently, you not only protect your personal space, but also prevent the narcissist from controlling your emotions and life. Don't let them exploit your avoidance of confrontation to encroach further into your life. Most importantly, avoid using ultimatums or threats, as this only creates an opportunity for them to turn the situation against you. Instead, be firm and consistent with your boundaries. If you're an empathetic person, learning to stand up to a narcissist will help you find peace, realizing that you have the ability and right to control your own life. Your success and ability to move on without the narcissist's presence is the ultimate blow to them. Narcissists often thrive on controlling others and feeding their ego through your dependence. When they see you no longer reliant, when you stand on your own and thrive without them, that's when they feel powerless. This not only deeply hurts them, but also makes them feel helpless, as they can't control the things they deem essential to maintain their sense of superiority. For example, if you were once someone who always sought their approval in your work, but now you're achieving significant accomplishments without their input or help, this will cause them confusion and fear. Narcissists can't stand others being independent and successful without their interference. They feel their power is threatened, and it throws them off balance. Therefore, the most powerful way to deal with a narcissist is not to seek revenge through negative actions, but to rebuild your life in a positive way. Reclaim your personal power, focus on the positive aspects, and build a bright future free from their influence. This is the true victory, because when you are no longer dependent on the narcissist, they have no power over you. Your success and happiness are the clearest proof of that freedom and triumph. Narcissists often view others as toys, using them as they please and discarding them without remorse. This is evident in their sudden disappearances for hours, days, or even weekends. During these times, they may be seeking new supply. Attention, validation from others, whether it's friends, social media, travel, material possessions. Anything that satisfies their ego. The supply for a narcissist is often a romantic partner or friend, but it can also extend to family members or siblings. They never expect you to gather the strength to learn about narcissism, recognize its impact on you, and choose to prioritize your own well-being. Whether you were discarded or ended the relationship yourself, I understand that you've endured enough in a toxic relationship. Going through the cycle of narcissistic abuse is a challenge not everyone faces, but you've overcome it. Narcissists don't want you to understand them. They don't want you to heal. They don't want you to have a breakthrough or realize that narcissists aren't who they portray themselves to be. They abuse others, hiding behind masks and keeping others in a state of delusion. But you've escaped. You're healing, learning, growing, and possibly even helping others. You've awakened, learned, and been empowered. You know that you must put yourself first, not the narcissist. Imagine being immersed in the sweet words and caring gestures of a narcissist, believing you've found true love. Then suddenly they disappear without explanation. You're confused, worried, and blame yourself. But the truth is, they're busy recharging from other supplies. Maybe a night out with friends, praise on social media, or even a promising new relationship. To a narcissist, you're just one of the toys in their collection. When they're done playing, you'll be discarded without a second thought. And when they need attention, they'll reappear as if nothing happened. But you're no longer their puppet. You've learned about narcissism, recognizing its signs and impact. You understand that you deserve love and respect, and you've decided to step out of this toxic relationship. It's a challenging journey. You may feel pain, loss, even self-doubt. But remember, you're not alone. Many people have gone through what you're experiencing, and they've overcome it. You're healing. You're learning, you're growing, and most importantly, you're taking back control of your life. Narcissists don't want you to be strong and independent. They want you to depend on them so they can continue to manipulate and control you. But you've proven them wrong. You've awakened, you've learned, and you've been empowered. Keep walking on your path. Love and cherish yourself. And remember, you deserve a happy and fulfilling life.